All right. Today I have an EllieBelle, and this guy is made with the Western red cedar top and East Indian rosewood for the back and sides. Um, I don't know if I can't show this very well because when I get too close to the camera it goes blurry. But um, this is very unusual East Indian rosewood, and it's got a lot of this figure, which is like this little squiggly disruption. So it's got vertical grains and then little squiggly disruption, which is a characteristic you see in East Indian rosewood, but this has it all over. Like the whole set is like that. It's really pretty wood, and this was the most resinous Indian rosewood I've ever encountered. I made a lot of Indian rosewood guitars, and this one I had to go through sandpaper. I had to use a special sealer while I was finishing it, and it's it was an interesting challenge, but it's really good wood. The stuff. I mean, we always talk about tap tone, and the tap tone of the wood itself, and that's sort of a way you get builders get acquainted with the material they're going to use and sort of to make judgment calls about it. And you take a piece of wood. Here's a side, and you hold it up to your ear as I drop the finished instrument and see. And there's a let's see. Anyway, that creates a tone. There's besides the percussive finger touching the wood sound, there's a tone. You have to hold the wood in one of the nodes where it's vibrating, where it's not vibrating, so it doesn't dampen the tone of the wood. And you can get an idea of what qualities the wood has after doing this a bunch of times. This particular Indian rosewood had a tap tone that was like amazing. You would tap it and the decay would last several seconds. Anyway, enough of that. Good stuff. And then Western red cedar for the top. Cedar is lighter than spruce. Most steel string guitars are spruce. That's just the most common wood, and there are various varieties of spruce. But red cedar and red wood, which I consider to be very similar sounding woods, they're lighter than cedar, and they're not as tough. They're softer, and they're lighter, and they're not as stiff, generally speaking. But because they're lighter, you can produce a guitar that the top weighs less when you're done. You do have to compensate for its relative lack of stiffness by making it a little bit thicker than spruce, but ultimately you can make a lighter top, and a lighter top translates into a quicker response time. And so cedar guitars are a great choice for people that are fingerpicking, have a light touch, and are looking for not. I've heard people say there's a reputation that cedar has, that it doesn't have what they call headroom. The idea that if you play it really loud, at some point it can't produce any more volume and it sort of collapses in on itself and stops. And that may be true, but the sound pressure levels you're playing at that point are no longer. That's not music anymore, or at least it's not melodic music. You've entered the world of percussion, so I don't worry about that too much. And the apparent loudness of a guitar, cedar, I think, produces a louder guitar than a spruce guitar. That's the apparent volume that you hear when you're sitting out front. It's great wood for steel string guitars, and it has gained acceptance, but there's still a bias against it. So enough. I'm defending my friend Red Cedar here. Anyway, this guitar has Paua abalone around the perimeter, which gives it some gaudiness and flash. It's really thin, so it's not too gaudy. And I bound it with curly maple. And then I kind of like this look too. These are Waverly tuners with what do they call that? Ivoroid butterbeans on it, and I like that look. I think it's a very light, refreshing look. So I already had this thing tuned up, so I'll play something or capoed up, so I'll play something here. It's fun to play Cedar guitars. Uh, they have they're capable of really great dynamics. They're very responsive to your right hand. So there's really I can't overstate the importance of lightning guitars. So many guitars are overbuilt, and they have the potential to sound like really good guitars, but they're choked by the weight of the top. This guitar goes a long way in the other direction. I made this at the same time as I made another EllieBelle that I made another video of that has an Adirondack spruce top and koa back insides. And the cool thing is like they're clearly siblings. They have the same overall quality of sound, but like siblings, they're very distinct from one another. This one sounds richer. It has a little less tightness in the bottom end, and it's the Adirondack is maybe has a little more note separation and dryness to it. This is from the woods because the guitars are essentially the same. I mean, I made them very, very similarly. So where you've got a design, I mean, my EllieBelles are going to sound like my EllieBelles, but with choices of different woods, you're going to get a little bit of a different accent. Let's say they're speaking the same language, different accent. It's really an amazing and fun thing about building guitars is the long and arduous process of beginning to understand all of these variables and being able to intelligently manipulate them. And I'm not saying I got it all down, but I've built 120. This is 127th guitar or something. So, and I've been paying attention. So I'm getting to where I can make them do certain things, and it's a really fulfilling and exciting thing. So I didn't mean to go off on a diatribe there, but I did. So I'll stop talking now. EllieBelle. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.